Welcome back to the channel. It's been a hot minute. I'm here with Sean.
Hello.
And we are on our way to pick up the Camaro. It is done. It is finished. Safe really took us time to make sure it would be reliable this time. You know, it's hard to hold my breath with the Camaro. I always think with how much it's broken over the years, it's just a matter of time before it breaks again. But hopefully this is the beginning of a lot more content to come on a more regular basis and good times with the Camaro. And apparently it's running pretty darn good. Oh, there it is. Like seeing a long lost friend.
Looks like a dinosaur.
Yeah, maybe. This one's pretty slick though.
I mean, it's only 30 years old.
Ah,
I still like your other ones better.
so good to see it.
Yeah, so we swapped from IGN 1As to R35 coils.
Now, are those just as good as the IGN 1As without the finickiness, do you think?
Yeah, I think they're they're definitely less sensitive than IGN 1As. You know, everything's sensitive to misfires, but the IGN 1As are very sensitive. If you have bad wires or a grounding issue or something, they don't tolerate that. So coil on plug stuff is much easier, and they hold the power. The R35s, we've used them for 12, 13, 1400, and we haven't had any issues. So
That's awesome.
and
Well,
it eliminates all the wires and having to make wires.
so the big issues when I dropped it off last year was we were getting some smoking, and that was from some of the oiling lines.
Yeah, so the catch can was packed, and then your valve cover seals in the back were loose.
Okay.
Or leaking there, so put new valve cover seals on it. And then your VVTi gear failed. The new one, I think that was like the original one was the original one, but then you bought a new one.
Correct.
And had it installed.
So we deleted the VVTi.
That one sounds like marbles in there now, yeah. So we deleted it. The car is definitely still very peppy, so I don't think you really lost anything.
Okay, that's great.
We switched over from the radium fuel rail.
Yep.
That was it was a much smaller inner diameter rail with 11mm O-rings that was just, I don't know, it just wasn't sealing right. So Powerhouse Racing sent us a nice rail. It's a much larger ID, way more stable fuel pressure, and it seems to be extremely happy there.
I know we had last day or so issues with the O-rings.
The O-rings, yeah.
Were they just not E85 friendly, or?
Well, so the fittings that came with them, the O-rings were on the smaller diameter, so they didn't really seal. So on fire up a couple of times, it would leak right away.
Okay.
Reached out to them, told me what O-rings to buy. I couldn't find Viton ones or anything that's like whatever rated for this fuel, so I just found whatever just to see if it actually works.
Yeah.
It did work. I'm like, all right, cool, it worked. And like 2-3 days later, I think it was, when I went to go take it to get detailed, I noticed it leaking. So, but had already ordered the Viton ones, so we swapped them. And I put a couple in the center console too, just in case.
All right. Nice. Okay, and then
we swapped out push lock lines on the hot side.
yeah, you were saying a high boost, they were starting to pop out, getting warm.
Yeah,
and
because
soft.
So it's the softer. So I realized this is your softer stuff. It's good stuff. It's very flexible, but with the heat, it gets like really rubbery. So on the colder side here, there was no issue back there. We definitely had an issue. So I swapped the lines out to a tougher nylon line. That's not so silicone-y, I guess.
Okay.
I've probably made, I don't know, 20 pulls between 35 and 45 pounds to make sure, and we're good there.
So the other thing was, you know, when I had this on the hub dyno originally and it made 1343 wheels, and I was cranked all the way up to near 50 psi.
Yep.
That's just a pure, we're going to see what it makes. It's not a measure of like, hey, how's the motor doing? But I know when you were tuning it, you're running some back pressure issues, and you were like, hey, it
Yeah.
probably isn't the wise to go ahead and throw 50 pounds at it on a regular.
Yeah, it'll make more power. It's just not going to be safe power.
Yeah,
in the long
and
run, you know,
I don't. After all the issues we've had, the one thing we don't want is unreliable Camaro if we can help it. So we've turned down the power a little bit. What's like the kill setting now? So
kill setting is going to be probably 44 pounds on dyno, heavy loaded, made 1227.
Okay.
I think it was. Moving up to 45 pounds, it went to like 1232. So I was like,
okay,
put it right back to 44,
Mm-hmm.
And that's the happy spot.
Okay.
Now, can it make more boost? It'll make more boost. It can make more power, just not very efficiently. So it's just not worth it.
Right.
It'll do more damage than good. And you know, with this thing, the way it puts the power down on the street, even with these old, I don't know how old these tires are.
Well, they used to be new back
Yeah.
when the build was new, but now we've got a couple years on them and some pulls on it.
It still puts it down, but yeah, this car, the suspension on this puts it down pretty good, so you'll feel all of it. Yeah.
So 44 pounds turned up, about 1225-ish
Yeah.
at the wheels, and
12.5
that's
to the
where we're at. So making less power, but the big thing is just reliability.
All right, my man, you ready?
Yep.
Been a while. Alright, you ready? As I'll ever be. Jesus Christ. That's fun. Was that you modulating the pedal?
No.
Then yeah, that's weird because it was like,
Yeah, I felt like it was breaking up a little bit. Well, I'll have to check it out.
yeah, that's weird.
That's breaking up, man. Okay, after some more test runs, test hits, we've determined car's running good. That's not the problem. The you say it's the boost controller safe?
Yeah, it stopped responding.
So he literally disabled the boost controller just to give it all the beans or whatever it was being set at, and it still was cutting it out. So there's something going on with the boost controller. So, I mean, if you're gonna pick your battles of what to go wrong on pickup day, I mean, at least it's something not majorly mechanical with the car. So we'll see what we can do. It can't ever run right, can it, Sean?
Apparently not.
I don't think this would be a true Project 2JZ28 episode if it didn't have something on pickup day. I
Yes.
mean, really.
That.
So apparently we got issues with the boost controller here. So we'll see what Mr. Safe can pull out of his black magic hat.
I'm just doing this as a test.
Okay. So you have a 3-port, so we're going from a 4 to a 3. Okay, so we got the 3-port in there now. I'm gonna test it out just to see how it does, right?
Yes, sir.
It was definitely the boost controller, but the problem with the 3-port is we can't get above about 35 psi.
Yeah, it was maxed
Got a
out.
light spring in it.
Yeah,
So we can bump the spring up to hit that, but then his lowest boost setting is going to be
20.
psi.
Yeah, I'd rather have a little bit more range than that. So if we do dual 3-ports, I think that's going to be the best way to go.
Yeah. that's good.
Dual. So the question I have, just because I think about efficiency, simplicity, dual 3-ports, or just get a new 4-port and throw it in and he's off and running.
I think after the 4-port, I used to do 4-ports on everything because I'm more of a max effort everything all at once. I think in his case, We just need to do dual 3 ports. It's just way more efficient and a lot more stable. The 4 port's very finicky. You can dial it in here, like on a dyno. I had that thing like 2.5 pounds every click. You take it out, it changes a little bit, humidity, temperatures. Even though you got your PID controls dialed in and stuff, it's just way too sensitive.
If it's more finicky, then that makes sense.
Yeah, I'd rather have more range.
The 4 port's more for like, hey, I got 2 settings. I'm gonna go cruise it on the street. I'm gonna leave it on wastegate, and then when you want to race, hit, turn the switch on, and then kill. So that's what it's for. That way you can have a really low setting and a really high setting. But if you want to actually have functionality, like really stable control, we'll have to do dual 3 ports.
So we've got dual 3-port.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a bracket.
Okay.
But
no worries.
I just want to at least make the strategy work first.
Yeah. Let me an E40, please. Will this silicone lubricant right here work?
Yeah, that'll probably work. Actually, that'll dry up really fast.
Okay, never mind. So basically, with a new boost controller, he's gonna have to remap everything, and it's gonna take a while. All right, dual 3-bar map sensors installed. Time to take it for a test spin and see if we get some readings.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
So currently, we made a pull and the car died, and yeah, it won't start.
I don't think that's it.
A wise mechanic once said,
Come on, you motherfucker! Ah, shit! God damn it! Same shit, different day!
A hint to anything that they just died.
Yeah, it was weird. Right after the pull, I noticed the RPMs fell to 0. I put it back in gear. I mean, it dragged, it decelerated fine, but any gas, and it wasn't going anywhere. It was just running off of nothing.
Story of my life.
It's funny, I was talking to Sean at lunch, and he's like, man, are you excited? I was like, dude, honestly, this car has let me down so much. I have 0 expectations. Like, and you were texting like, hey, this might take a little while. I'm like, hey man, if it stays and it needs to be fixed, that's fine. If I take it home, that's fine. I'm really so neutral on it anymore. I just came to the zen amount of infinite patience that is required. But for what it's worth, as kind of shitty as this is for you, I'm glad it's happening now.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, in the middle of getting straps hooked up so we can literally tow my car with straps back to the shop. For those of you wondering, this is a good lesson to learn. Probably not a good idea to invest in multiple fast car things. This too could be you one day, but that's all right. I have learned almost infinite patience with this car, which I think is also required. There were days where this car would cause me nothing but headache and stress and probably a few gray hairs, and I've gotten over it now. Really, I got no expectations. I wanted to work, and Safe is working his tail off. He's down there freaking scratching underneath my car while traffic's going by just to get this thing back to the shop. So can't fault him. We're thinking maybe crank sensor, which this would be crank sensor like number 3. So if it is, it's something funky with the car.
Always keep pressure on the brake.
Got it. Yeah, so let's see if we can't get this dead Camaro back to the shop in one piece. Well, I can honestly say I did not see this one coming. When I left this morning to come pick this thing to bring it home, but it's okay. It's okay. We're making things happen here. We're making things happen. All right. Well, at least we made it back. I'm on a hill. I think I can coast, yeah. All right, here we go.
Coast down.
All right. Whew. All the boost. Actually, none of the boost. None of anything. Well, got some battery power. I mean, there's flashers here, right? That's something. Dude, it's always an adventure. I'll tell you what.
That was some sketchy shit.
A little bit. Yeah, it was.
Like I was back in Jordan.
Oh, man.
All right.
Good times. Well, that's not what I was thinking today would turn into.
Nope.
But on the bright side, because there's always a bright side, I didn't get ran over by a dump truck coming up behind me when the Camaro failed. I did manage to get it safely back to safe shop. It's in good hands. And here's probably, and this is being honest, the other thing that a lot of people probably wouldn't think about right now, but had I not like drove it, had I just loaded it up on the trailer and headed home, I would have dealt with all the stuff back home, and safe would have gladly taken me back, but I would have had to load it back up, bring it back up here, right? Like, and spend even more time. So I'm actually really glad if it failed, that it failed like right now instead of later when I got home. It's in the best hands it possibly could, and it gives him a chance to build a little shroud. It looks like I need new tires because now it's been a while. Some of them are dry cracking, other ones are worn out in the back. It's going to need a new alignment after, and that new shock is sitting a little low. So there's a couple other things besides whatever is going on with it of the starting issue that needs to be sorted. He's still got to sort through some of the boost changes with the new boost controllers set up there. So there's a little bit more work to be done. I'd rather have him have some time with it. So live to drive the Camaro and wrench on the 2JZ28 another day.